And you get more, Jackanta. You get more, Jackanta. And you get more, Jackanta. You'll be on it. And you were saying you get up on me. You can swat and sleep on me.
Hey guys, it's your girl Rose Joy. Welcome to the Real Talk Podcast, where you can find the latest politics, entertainment, sports, relationships, and more, where we keep things raw and uncut. Nothing, I mean nothing, absolutely nothing is off limits. Hello. Welcome back to Real Talk Podcast. Originally it was LIB Talks, but we changed it to Real Talk. Welcome back. I'm happy to have you guys here. Super excited. This is my second show, so I'm super excited to be here. But we have a hot topic tonight. But first of all, we just want to throw light on someone very special. When it comes to LIB, that's my place. I love the place. And anybody that goes there to contribute, I automatically fall in love with the person. So I don't know this guy from nowhere, never met him before, kind of never heard about him before, till he went to Liberia recently. And I am so in love with him. I'm so grateful for him. I don't even know how to describe him, but my heart melts. Like, I'm so happy that he wants to be a part of the growth of Liberia. Because again, I would say to my people, Liberia is all we have. And I'm for Liberia all day, every day. Liberia is me, I'm Liberia. So when you want Liberia, I say Liberia all the way. So we're just gonna look at this little clip of this young man. This is a young man that God blessed and to put him into the NFL. And I'm so grateful. I give my heart out to his parents. Thank you for giving him the knowledge of where he's from, where his family from, where his root from, because that's something we don't do with our kids here. We always put the kids to a place like, oh, this is your country and this is where you come from, and become a doctor and nurses and engineer and stay here. But thank you, Ivan, parents. I appreciate you guys for making Ivan to go home and contribute, because that's the reason why we are put out of our country. Come to another place, get better, and go back and give back. So I'm going to play a little clip for Ivan, and I'm so happy. Oh, I love this guy. Never met him before, but trust me, Ivan, you are my man. You are the man. And everywhere I see you, I have so much respect for you. So let's play this clip and see what, as Liberian, what can you do for your country?
We're gonna make a difference where we can. So that's what we're doing. Mr. Mayor, appreciate you for giving me the information. So we got 300 shovels, 300 rakes, probably about 50 something wheelbarrows, 300 pair of rubber gloves, coveralls, raincoats. We got the boots. They're not right here, but in the samples. But we got steel toe boots, rubber boots, and masks. So the job that these people are doing is not light, right? So they got to protect themselves, and that's what Mr. Mayor told me. He said these people are out there doing it with nothing. They out there sweeping and cleaning and picking up garbage with their hands, and that's just we can't have that. So, and we here, so we're gonna go out in the city and clean up.
So yeah, so that's just a little clip of Ivan. But again, yo, I'm telling you, I live in Philly, and it's mostly Liberians, and I have conversation with the people, and I interact with the people. And one thing I discover when it comes to my people, they respect the USA more than they respect their own country. They have pride in this country more than their own country. And I question them because I'm like, how can you or could you not be proud of where you're from? Because the country is just a place. You make Liberia. If you are not proud of yourself, then you are not proud of Liberia. You have to be proud of yourself because you are from Liberia. So again, this young man, he could have been doing anything else with his money. He could have been having girls. He could have been riding the best of cars. He could have been in the club popping bottles like you all do when you guys get money. So celebrities, so and so, I got money, want to be in the club popping bottles and doing all sorts of things. But this young man, I got so much respect for him. I can never stop talking about you. You are my real dog for life, Ivan. Like forever. This is forever relationship. You don't even know me, but trust me, I will continue to pray that God continue to multiply you, give your parents long life, give you long life, and give you the best. You play the best thing in NFL. You will be the best player ever, and I would just be rooting for you for the fact that you went home and you did what you did. Yes, you the real MVP. So again, shout out to Ivan, his family, especially his mother and father. I can say nothing, but I'm just so super proud. And I say thank you guys for instilling such an amazing behavior. And so with that being said, shout out to Ivan. I wish you the best, and yeah, I'm your number one fan. Just know that. So on today's topic, oh, we got something juicy. So we're gonna talk about basically dating. What is dating today, and who controls the dating market? What is your thought on that? Like, it has been such a huge topic, watching TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, and I see, people, beautiful women and handsome men, and they talk about dating and how the dating world is such a hard place now. It's like dating is so different from yesterday. Like when we was like in our 20s, nowadays dating are so hard. It's hard to find real love. People have tried all the life, and it just can't find it. What's the problem? What's going on out here? But I'm just gonna give you guys one or two things. I'm gonna come from my own perspective too. So we can jump into this. So we're gonna define what dating is. So they said they have three type of dating. The first dating would be duty dating. What it talks about practicing dating skills with no chemistry. You just meeting someone, talking to them, having a conversation, getting how they feel about life and what they want in life, and where to go in life, what amazed them, what do they consider to have in the next life, and what kind of woman, what type of man they want to be with, and stuff like that. That's a duty dating. When it comes to real dating, then that comes in with mutual connection. That's when you try to get attractive to someone. You go on a date, you see the person, you guys have amazing time. Sometimes you don't have amazing time, but you're attracted to someone because the way they look, how they talk, the things they say to you, the way they open the door for you. You know, your attraction can be a lot of things. And then it comes to courtship. Courtship dating would be when you are looking for a relationship, when this is the real deal. And I have found out that we are just, I think mostly in a dating world nowadays, it's just a lot of courtship. People are just going to courtship. People are not dating. You know, people are just doing their own thing. And trust me, there's a lot of apps out there. You get to meet amazing people. But I'm telling you, sometimes when you get to talk to some guys and you see the profile and you see how educated they are and everything, but then when you get to have a conversation with them, woo, you're like, what? What's going on out here? You know, so the dating world is a lot. It's a lot. You trying to find a partner, it's a lot. And I tell people, you have to put time. This is a job. This is like trying to find a job. You have to put time. You have to go apply. When you apply to the job, you get accepted. You have to put in time. Dating is not when I want to, when I have the time, when I want to, or when I want to. No. Especially when you want to get into courtship. You know, especially when you want to get into courtship. Stop reaching out to people over and over and not doing the right thing. You know, people get tired. Not just a woman, not just both partners. You know, ladies reach out on a dating app. They get to meet handsome guys and they just talk to them 1 or 2 times and that's it. You never know, that could be your lifetime partner. Put time. People, and there's one thing. The first thing someone tell you, oh, I don't have time. You don't have time, then don't date. If you don't have time, don't hit nobody inbox. Don't reach out to someone, because people are out here trying to find the real deal. They're not out here trying to play. I know some people just out here trying to go out for dinner, but you have to know why Rose Joel or why Sarah or why Mary is out here. Get to know why they're out here. Don't try to put them in a general place that, oh, I'm just going to take her out for dinner. No. Some people are not out for dinner. Some people want real relationship. People want companionship. And people don't have time, but they put time in because they are looking for someone else to put time in like they are putting time in. You know? So it's a hard thing out here. And who control the dating world? Again, women. Women, we are always in control. We should never forget that. And I'm like, I would say this to people here today, my audience. I think we have gotten to a place that men are trying to get in control because they're trying to use money to control women. Again, women, we are always in control because we will decide who we want to get, who we want to date, or who going to try to date us. You know, by the way we show up, by the way we present ourselves, by the values we have, by the things we believe in. All of that will make a man to want to date you. You have to have those things on your list. You just can't throw yourself at a man, because now girls are making this dating thing so crazy. So when a real girl want to date a guy and want certain things that she want him to exhibit, he seems not to want to do that because he have gone through a lot of girls that don't want nothing from him. Want him to still be the same. And it's hard. You know, so I will come and say women control the market. We will always control the market. And we are responsible for how a man treats us. We are. Whatever you allow a man to do, that's what he's going to do. He's going to do that. So again, we have to be on top of our game. We have to. You want to date. And women, you have to be upfront. You have to tell a man what you want. You have to tell a man who you are and what you're looking for. Nowadays, people take dating to be relationship. One time they meet you, they want to start kissing, they want to start going too far. And once you tell them that's not what I want, then they gets mad, It gets mad, and then that's a problem. But again, you have to tell people what you want. Definitely, you have to tell people what you want. As a woman, be upfront. You can hide. You can hide, and you can come to a place that what you want or what you are about. You have to be able to tell a guy what you are about. That should be on your first date. And again, we'll ask the question: is it okay for girls for someone to date multiple people? Yes. You have to date multiple people. You can't just find one guy and say, okay, I'm just going to go on a date. I like him because he opened the door for me, or because he played the music I like, or because he had a conversation I wanted to have. No, that's why it's called dating. It's not companionship. It's not relationship. Try to date as much as you can to find the person you want to be with. Don't waste your time on one person and then you find out that's not for you. You have wasted time. So I'm going to play a clip. Because I find that we waste our time a lot. Sometimes we find a guy that swag or he's handsome. We're like, oh, I'm just gonna date him. I'm gonna forget about everybody else and just date him. No, you are doing it wrong. It is okay for you, a man, a woman, it's okay for you to date multiple people till you find your person. So I'm gonna play a clip so we can look at and listen to some amazing
percent of men are only going to do the work.
Right.
The problem is the work has changed.
Okay.
So the same work that Alan had to do is not the same work today. So now when you tell him to mentor somebody and he's like, you never had a gun, you had a knife. You're not dealing with the same.
So I'm going to talk about this right quick before we go further. Again, this is Rico. His name is Rico. I like the show. It's called 8 at the Table. I love the show. I just came across this show, but everything that talk on this show, it makes so much sense. So Rico, he's one of the hosts here, and he's talking about before men and now. Back in the days, a guy could tell his friend like, what's up? What's up with you and this girl, and give advice. But now, no, the internet is popping. You can just inbox a girl and that's it. You meet up, boop, you think you're together. You don't know one thing about this girl, Or back in the days, people were just being natural. Now it's like men say, oh, I want a certain way a woman can look. And now, we are just going about doing all sorts of things. But again, it's hard. And I like the way Rico, put it out here saying, it's hard. It's not going to be the same. People are not going to listen like they used to listen before. So let's listen to Rico for a while.
Women I'm dealing with. You had different women over there. We have different women over here. So your methods of how to make this woman work or how to make me work with this woman may not work because this woman has not listened to the woman that you had. So now you have an imbalance on both sides. So before we start saying, hey, look, young men, we have to go ahead and do this way, you have to really understand that men are only going to do what is necessary for a woman. And right now, women need to check women because it's not necessary for me to be a good man to get them. It is not necessary. I could be the worst dude in the world. I could be a scam.
Hear what this guy is saying, and he's not wrong about it. Oh my God, he is not wrong. This is such a true statement because back in the days, I remember that a guy had to do so much, even to get your number was such a headache, it was so hard. Like he would come multiple times talking to your friend. Oh, can you talk to your friend for me? Can you tell her? Can you tell her who I am? Can you give a little bit of background of who I am? It would take so long for him to just get your number. And when he even gets your number, it's like he's so happy. And he will call and you will see that you will hear the excitement in his voice. But now, no. It just take 1 minute. You see a guy see you on Facebook and inbox you. And he actually, what's your number? And the first thing, boom, we give our numbers to them. It's not hard no more. So again, like Rico said, it's so easy now nowadays than before. So even if I'm in my 40s and I'm talking to a 20-year-old, she's not going to listen because she's like, I'm not going to go through all that hard time, to wait before I give him my number. No, I'm going to inbox him my number. He can call me on Messenger. He can call me on WhatsApp. We can talk on video. It's no problem. So again, this is such a true statement coming from a man. I love it.
And I could be all these different things. I'm still gonna have the cream of the crop.
If women are checking women, who are checking men?
But we check men.
Okay, so
we check
hold
men.
on a second. That is exactly the very same thing.
She don't check men.
I do not check men. I definitely do not check men.
Thank you. Who checked you?
I do not. I do not check men. For the record, I work with men. I get their feedback and their input. I use my degrees, my knowledge, my heart, and all these things, and work it together. What I'm saying is, you're making my point. Women should be checking women, and so therefore, men should be checking men. And then that would be someone like Alan, who has a beautiful marriage, and he has figured it out. And even though he may have had a knife and they had a gun, it is still weaponry. You can still teach discipline. You can still teach principles. You can still help them understand the larger scope. Why do I feel like y'all about to pounce on me?
No. Look.
Okay.
They can
Change.
take that knife and chop your whole hand with that gun.
Change. Look, change with. Look, change.
They're moving in. They're moving in.
The change needed to change love in our community can only start with one, and that's the woman. Because men will only do what's allowed for us to do. So when you guys change.
Listen to this. This is coming from a man. Listen today. Yes, the only change can be made is us. The only change, the woman. Whatever a woman wants to change for the narrative of dating out here can be changed from a woman perspective. But why we are not doing it? Because it's like we are living in such a fast world. We see people on Facebook, Instagram, and we don't even know how they're going about the relationship, but we think it's like, oh, they meet a guy and he's famous, and he maybe he didn't take long to chase her, and now she have a relationship, she got money, she enjoying. No, we need to change. If we change, men will do better. Men will not do better if we just doing whatever it is. They are getting it easy. A man can take a woman on a date. That's not a problem when you can do stuff on the first date. It's always been good. That's a good thing. Men value that. People do it and wait for 6 months and still the relationship don't last. But yet and still, there was something you did for that guy to say, oh, wow, she has some value in her. We are just giving it out quick. We are just giving in quick. We are not giving them. They're not working. They are not doing no work. They are not doing work, ladies. And I like this coming from this guy, a guy himself saying this so ladies can hear it. This is what happened out here, that some of us try to still be that valuable woman, that woman with value, with confidence, with self-esteem, with high, with ambitious and everything, and not making it easy for a man. But then some ladies out here, majority of ladies, I'm not going to say everybody, but they are just making things so easy nowadays. So easy. And then make it hard for us, like women like us. How can we navigate around these men that already have girls that showing themselves towards them all the time? How can we make it easy?
first and set new rules, new standards,
We'll adjust.
you will have to adjust because to obtain you, I have to do certain things. Nowadays, when I meet a woman, it's less to do to obtain you. So my thing is, yeah, men have to change and get better and be more respectful and provide more, be more masculine, be more. I get it, but the respect part that can only come from the ones who dictate it, and that's the woman. Unless you change, we won't change. Y'all more naked, we're more rude. Y'all more out.
Look at this. And I like the way he's pointing out details. So the naked part, you know, it depends. If that's your style and you like to show your body, you know, sometimes it do be inappropriate. You know, I'm going to be real here today. And I see sometimes, you know, back in the days when I was younger, yes, I like to dress with short things. I do. And I don't want people to be on the show, be like, oh, why she's talking about that? She always in something short. Oh, yes, I do. I love it. Even my family knows that about me. But again, it's the truth he's saying. I'm not going to, you know, try to dodge the truth, but that's the truth he's saying. He's saying the truth. Because if a man see you and he meets you at a club and you half naked, he's thinking, oh, this bra is like, she's just whatever. I can easily get her. I can easily like spill my game and she can be for it. I met her in a club and she's half naked. Oh yeah, shorty is whatever. He's not thinking, oh my gosh, she's beautiful. How can I get her? Who is she? Where she's from? You know, is she intelligent? He's not thinking all of that. So this statement is true. It is true. I am guilty of that too. You know, I am. And I told you this show is about being real. So trust me, we're going to be real here. We're going to be so real on this show. It's not going to be funny.
Out there, so are we. It comes from y'all. It's up to y'all to change it first.
So you don't think that at any point in time men have created an environment, an atmosphere to have women believe that being naked is desirable? You don't see at all how men have positioned women in a way in a media sense, right? That was something that we talked about once before.
You've been right all day. Listen, as long as men have been making babies, being naked has been a good thing all the time. It didn't get cool to be naked now. No, now it's being more okay to be naked. So, men always wanted women to be beautiful and sexy.
Let me build it up with you.
Yeah, that's normal.
I want to build it up with you. Would you consider it to be a desire for men to be leaders?
Today?
I'm not going to lie, that's not really on a man's to-do list nowadays to be a leader.
In general.
I mean, for his business, probably, and what he's doing in his life, yeah, but no.
In his house?
Like a leader as what?
Like
define that.
So do you think that women? This is what I'm hearing you say, and then you can correct me instead of me like weaving around. I'll just put it plain, and you tell me what you think. What I'm hearing you say is that women are the leaders of today, and that if we want to see any change, we need to make that move.
Okay.
I don't think that women aren't. I don't think that a woman is the absence of being a leader, but I think that men are leaders as well. I think that we need.
So I want to speak on that because, again, like he said, we are a leader. We will always be in the lead as women. Don't never forget that as a woman. Men need women. Men need us. They need us. I'm sorry. They need us. I don't care how better near, middle near, trader near, whoever you are, the big houses, you need a woman. So we are in need. We are in demand. So like he said, whatever narrative we change will be changed. It have no way to not be changed because men need women. He can go and get the girl off the street for one night and sleep with her. But again, he still need a woman to find a place to have a conversation with. He need a woman to find even as a friend. You understand me? So you even being a friend to a man, you need to set boundaries. You need to make sure that your boundaries are set, and he knows that I'm your friend, and that's it. We are nothing else. Again, because women are not setting boundaries, a woman friend for a man can sleep with him. So he don't care. He's like, even if I don't have a girlfriend, I can sleep with my woman friend, and it's acceptable. Again, he is saying the truth. We are in control, and we need to know that. This is some real talk right here.
Need to come together and agree that we've both been agitating the extremes of the normalities about what relationships, life, family structure needs to look like. The both of us. I think as long as we keep playing with these gender wars, nothing is getting resolved. Men have poured into it. Women have poured into it. Women haven't made it better. Men haven't made it better. Men are influential. Men do inspire women to make changes. Men have controlled a lot of how women dress, a long history, down to changing the name of the piano legs to something else because that was too salacious. Men were in control of that. When a man wants to
cover you up, it's called him being controlling.
Mm-hmm.
When a man wants to have his wife not covered and like have her covered up and show, and having her body not out there, y'all call that controlling. He's big-headed. He isn't confident.
Misogynist.
So don't use that because across the world.
So I'm going to speak on, so we're talking about dating. So we're not even going to go to into the love part of relationship and whatever. So these are the things you have to put up front when you meet a guy, if you want to date a guy, whether it be John, Luke, Paul, Peter, on your first date, second, third, fourth, fifth, you have to state these things to them. You have to tell them what you like, how you like to dress, where you like to go, things you like to do. You have to tell them because they see you in some sexy dress today and thinking like you will always be sexy, but maybe that's not your style. Maybe you just wore that dress because one of your friends was like, oh my God, you're going out with this nice looking guy, put this dress on. And it's not even that type. So they get to date you and at the end get into a relationship with you and you are not dressing the way they met you the first time. But that's not you. So again, we have to tell people, especially women, we have to tell a man who we are, what we like to do, how we like to dress, things we like to do, and everything. We have to do that. Who you are, your kids, your family, what's important to you. These things have to be said when you are dating a man. Do not get into a relationship before you start discussing these things. These are important things to talk to people before you even get into courtship with a man. It's important. Very important. So it's like, and you can't be afraid to tell a man who you are and what you like and what you do, because when it get to courtship and relationship, now everybody start getting crazy because he never heard this from you. He don't know this of you. You're not wearing the sexy dress again, and he's wondering what's going on. Now he's looking for another sexy girl that's wearing sexy dress out there. And you're wondering why he's not paying attention to you, because you didn't tell him your style. You didn't tell him, I just wore this dress today because one of my friends convinced me, but I don't usually dress like this. I like to dress certain kind of way. I like to dress casually. I like to dress responsibly. I like to dress diplomatically. Those things need to be said. And you need to ask a guy too. How do he like to dress? What he like to do? What store he likes to shopping from? What's his favorite color? Where he go and things like that. What his family into. These are important questions that needs to be asked when you are dating a guy. Not when you start sleeping with him. Not when you start kissing him. Not when he starts feeling on your body. No. Before he started to touch you, you need to give him all these details. Okay. You're going to continue watching the video.
Bro, there are places where a woman can't show her body. They hate it over there. It's called cruel. It's called inhumane. So don't use that. It has to come from y'all because we enter you. We enter you.
Correct.
You have to ask to enter you, ask to date you. You are really in control.
That means that we receive.
And now you're denying it to me. No, baby, you are in control. If every woman said, from now on, I ain't fucking no dude on the first date. I ain't going to accept no dude that's not going to be doors, open doors, flowers, whatever. Then we will have to adapt to your new demands. You are in control. We might act like it, but you are in control.
So what I'm saying is, I will not say that women are, to be a woman is absent of being a leader, right? We all have our place. We all have our part. We all have our lane, right? I can respect that, the lane that you're describing as woman.
Again, she keep going back to trying to change the narrative. It's never going to be changed. He is telling you that we are the leader. Sorry, we think a man is a leader. Yes, men are leader when it comes to relationship, whether it taking care of a woman, making sure a woman is secure, making sure. But before the relationship even starts, we have the control. We have to change the narrative about how and who we will accept in our space. We have that power. She continuously trying to make him to change his train of thought of where he's thinking, what he's saying. He is telling you the truth, Mom. Whatever it is, they have to approach us. They have to say, confront us. They have to tell us hello. They have to know if we like flowers. We have to tell them what we like to go on a day. We are in control before the entire relationship starts. When the relationship starts, then they step in as a leader and start making sure that we are secure and making sure the things that we told them, they are putting it into place, and we are working together to keep those things going the direction we need it to go. So stop trying to, again, this man is giving us power. He's telling us, making whoever come across this video, a girl, telling her if she never thought that she is in control of this dating world or in control of picking who she's supposed to be with. Now she needs to understand it, that we will always be in control.
And that I have, right, that I might be ignorant to because I'm the one who's sitting in it, right? So I have my blinders on as far as how much control I have and the power of the PUSSY, right? I may just not have that understanding, and you're helping me to understand that. I'm saying to you also, as a woman, I can also share with you that as a man, you do actually influence me. The way that you look at me, it's kind of attention that I receive as a woman.
But again, I can see you are going towards relationship, but this man is talking about dating. You are going into a relationship. Yes, a man have to inspire you. You can't be with a man that don't inspire you. You cannot, and that's what some people do around here. They get into a relationship with men that don't inspire them, don't make them feel that I have to be more than what I am today. Don't make them feel like life is not just about coming home and sitting here and minding the kids. And they don't have men that motivate them. And that's, now you are getting into a relationship. You have to have a guy that motivates you. You have to find a man that wants to bring the best out of you. But this is relationship. This is not dating. So with the dating word, women are in control. We have to pick John and say, John, I'm going to allow you in my space because I see that there's certain things I would like and in a certain way I like to be treated. And I see that you go in that direction. So I'm going to pick you. So that's what he's trying to say here. I get your part, but that is when they get into a relationship about a man motivating her. You have to find a man that motivates you. If you're not with a man that motivates you, that brings the best out of you, you got to run. I want you to run because that is a failure, an unsuccessful relationship. You're not going to go far, and you're just going to be there till you get to be 70 years old. And when you look over your shoulder, you're going to be at the same place. You're not going to grow. You're not going to elevate yourself. So you have to find a man that motivates you and a man that brings the best out of you.
Woman, by how I dress and how you treat me does influence me. So what if men stopped paying attention to women who were being salacious? What if men adopted the attitude of self-discipline and self-control and stopped stop, fiending over the bag. The bag I'm gonna give is to the woman who actually wants to build a home. The woman that I'm gonna pour and invest into is the woman who is homely. I'm not doing that. What if men did that? What if men did that in tandem, while women were saying no? Why does it have to be it's all on women or it's all on men?
Because you know why? In the United States government website, they had a whole article on how women are the biggest competitors out of both species, and that a woman is a safer competitor than a man, because men, when we compete, we get to a point of violence, versus when women compete, they get to a point of basic, I don't want to call it catty, but cattiness.
Sure.
It's safer for women to be the leaders than it is a man. So women have become the.
Standing on that, Rico.
I'm standing.
Hold on. Standing on that. You're standing on that.
No. Listen.
Again, women are in control. Don't you ever, when it comes to dating, we are in control. We pick who we want to be in our space. Don't forget about that. You are in control. When you guys get into the relationship, then the man becomes the leader, because now he try to keep those things in place that you told him when you guys was dating. He needs to keep it in place. He needs to make sure it's secure. Make sure you are protected. Make sure you are in a good space. Make sure you are given the things that you said you deserve and you want in life. And make sure he keeps motivating you, keeps bringing the best out of you. So when it comes to dating, women are in control. And I like that video. I like Rico, and I like the other guy that was speaking on that topic, So you always have to know your value as a woman. Even men have a value too. You understand me? Men are good people, but they need us to direct them. If a man ever tell you that he don't need a woman, you better laugh in his face. Because even if you pick up the girl from the streets and he pay her money, he's still craving for somebody, even if it's a friend that he wants to explain something to, he wants to cuddle with, he want to go to a house and go on dinner and chill. He wants that. That is always something a man would need. So men need women so bad. Forget about it. Forget about the I am everything. I have money. I control what I want to control. I can have all the women in the world. But if they tell you they don't need us, that's a big lie. So we have to put ourselves together. Putting yourself together, make sure, start putting some value to you. Start when you find a guy. Tell him who you are, what you want, what you're about. Don't let him come and dictate to you, because you are in the control now. You are in the driver's seat. Be in the driver's seat. Don't look at him because he's cute or he's smarting. He has the best of car. He take you to an expensive restaurant. All those things are just whatever. You can provide those things for yourself. You can provide it for yourself. You can take most of the time men take us to restaurants that we can take ourselves to. And even 3 to 5, 6, 7, 8 times and pay for it. And it's nothing to us. So you have the dating world. It's becoming so hard because women are not letting these men work. They are not working. They are not working towards getting us. They are not putting a lot into this thing. They just get us. Pop, join me our DM, send us a message. Hello, hey, who you are? And can I get your number? Oh, boop, they got the number. And then they are comfortable calling us on FaceTime when they don't even know us. We need to start telling men, don't call me on FaceTime. Don't call me on FaceTime. I don't know you. Get to know me first. I don't want to see your face. You don't know who I am. I don't want you in my space. So all these technologies, thing is just getting deadened to get so hard. And then people that are out here looking for the real deal can't even find it. Because when a man is not putting in work, he's not putting in time, then you get reluctant. that you just forget about him. But who knows if that's your real man? Who knows that's your man for life? Who knows that? But because he's so reluctant, so you can't even find the right person today. I'm gonna play a last video of a lady talking about dating, and I'm telling she have completely given up on dating. But listen to what she said, why she's not into dating anymore.
Why you?
Because I just find people to be insincere and not worth my time. And I enjoy my alone time and my time with my kids and my friends more.
I feel like this is a phenomenon that keeps happening with women. What is happening with this phenomenon?
All over the world.
I just feel like I don't need another kid. And I don't need
again, I like this, coming from a different culture, a different type of woman, So first you saw black girl and a black guy talking about this dating thing. Now we're saying a white woman, her perspective on dating. There's a woman that have money, that have everything, but can't find a sincere guy. Why is that? Because this guy have gone through girls that he didn't have to do nothing much. He didn't have to be sincere. So he meet a grown woman that have everything going for herself and can't even be sincere to her. They have this thing called ghost. People ghosting people. Like, who have time for this? You meet somebody, you guys hit it off, you guys go on a date, you have a good conversation, thinking, okay, this is going good. Boom. The person disappeared out of the clear blue sky. Didn't even have the respect to tell you or to confront you and say, oh, I think I can go forward with this date. I just feel like you are not for me. Be sincere and say it. Don't go ghosting on someone. That is not good. That's not a good thing. That is just not good. That's evil. Because people put the time into dating, and it's not a joke. If you want to joke around, go find girls from the streets. But if you get on those dating sites, there are some serious people there that are looking for companion. And this lady, like, how can a woman like completely give up on dating? How can? Because it's getting sickening. I'm gonna complete the video. I'm gonna play the video and listen.
I don't want any insincerity and baloney and game playing, and I don't know how to say this in a way that's politically correct.
Yeah, go for it.
But I don't feel like men are at the same place that women are right now. I just feel that the men that I'm meeting, I have really good men friends, but I just feel when it comes to emotional maturity in relationship, that men and women are seemingly in different spots.
Do you apply that, like, as a parent, as a woman to your son? Are you like, yes, I want to raise you in a way where you're going to be IQ, EQ, like... Yeah.
And I like what she just said. I like the interviewer, the lady that's interviewing her friend. I like what she just said when it comes to kids. Again, I'm a parent of a boy, my oldest son. Love him to death. He's amazing, and we talk about these things. I always tell him about making sure the major thing, he should find a family. I always tell him that is your goal. When you graduate from college, find a good girl and start your family. I tell him that all the time because it's important. I never tell my son, oh, you're cute, so I know you're going to, get out of college, have a good career, and you can just go and enjoy. No, I always tell him, when you're done with college, try to find a family. A family is a good thing. Try to find a girl to live your life with. So we need to start teaching our boys. There's a lot of single women out here. We need to start teaching our boys that, because it's like nowadays men, they don't even know how to be connected with you emotionally. the emotional part of the connection, emotional part of love is not there anymore. It's not there. It's lacking. But that's relationship. Even dating, you know, you can't even find them to connect with you in the dating world. Like, just have this connection that, you know, they understand where you're coming from. They get where you're coming from. You know, they feel like, oh, they don't have to hear you out. They feel like I can do what I want to do because I have girls can just throw themselves at me and I can just have all the sex I want to have and I can just do what I want to do when I want to do it. Can you believe a woman completely giving up on dating? Not even get into the relationship part, but the dating part.
Yeah.
So again, you know, we are out here. Everybody deserves someone. Everybody deserves someone. Everybody deserves someone. Find your person. Put the time, put the effort, put the emotion, put yourself in it. You know, play your part. Stop just hitting girls up from dating apps and having conversation. It takes time to type. People don't have time to be typing all day long, answering, oh, who are you? Where you from? What you like? What you do? Where you do? What? It's like, who have time for that all the time? Try to hit up 1 or 2 girls or 3 girls and go on a date and pursue them. And women, let these men pursue us. Let us stop throwing ourselves to men. Let us start teaching them lessons that they need to put time. Then this narrative of dating a girl and finding your right partner have to change. We have to go back. We have to go back in those days that, you know, I have to write a letter and have to reach in before I even start to figure out who I am or even read the letter and reply me. It takes time. Again, find your person. Date. Don't just go on the first date and go sleep with the person. No, date the person. Date John, date Paul, date Peter. And then you, within those 4 men, find someone from Indian. Try to get all the characteristics you like and watch them. Take your time. Take your time. Again, welcome to the Real Talk. I love you guys. I'm happy. This is the second show. So from dating, we're gonna go and get into relationship aspects. You know, I'm gonna try to have a guest on the show next week. You know, I want to get relationship thing from a guy perspective next week. So we would definitely try to get a guest on the show, whether a guy or a woman. I would try to get somebody else on the show to get that perspective. Again, I love you guys. Have a good night. You know, it's always a pleasure to be on here and giving you guys, you know, what needs to be done in our world. Again, shout out to Ivan and his parents. I love you guys, you know, and you guys keep doing the good work. Liberia is everything, and Liberia is Rose Joy. Let us do it.
You feel it? And you get more, Jack and Tom. You get more, Jack and Tom. And you get more, Jack and Tom. You'll be on it. And you were saying you better up me.
On the next episode of Real Talk, actually, you're gonna get married when you retire from music.
Never know. You never know. You never know what can happen in life, right? I might wake up one morning and say, you know what? I don't want none of this nonsense, this life outside every day, people touching me or on stage. Maybe I might not want it. I might decide I've made enough money or I've done enough or I've reached a level where I don't want to do this anymore and I want to settle down. You know, that might be the case. And you never know what can happen.
And you get more, Jack and Tom, you'll be on it. And you were saying you better